I remember vividly that my brother and I were going to school and mom was going to work, and they were obsessed with this one show that aired in the daytime, and they discovered it because we were all off on one day and they were just watching TV. And I remember that whatever the show was, they decided to leave the TV on, an analog TV, leave it on, and leave our VCR recording with a tape. And it's insane because I remember them doing that, but I don't remember what show it was for. And now I'm thinking, if they were to remember themselves what that show was, they could simply go on YouTube now, and more than likely that would be available. So it got me thinking, what is something that you guys did 20 years ago or more that you're looking back and you're like, wow, I cannot believe how primitive our tech was and all that I did just so that I could get my hands on something. Another thing that I did was that there was like this song that only came up during an ad, but I didn't really know how to use a computer. We had one of those headphones that had a microphone built into it. And I remember that when I heard the intro to that ad and I knew that that song was coming, I had my computer ready. I opened up whatever voice recording software it had, and I moved the radio closer to the computer so that it could be close to the microphone. And then I laid it as flat and undisturbed as possible on top of the desk as I could. And then the ad played and I pushed record. And then when it ended, I ended it. And it sounded so shitty and so terrible. Like the sound quality was non-existent. On top of that, it sounded like, imagine as opposed to listening to something on stereo, it's on mono instead. It just sounded pathetic, but to me it was the best. It was the most meaningful thing ever, because now that meant that I could play that little song that would come on this ad on the radio, which I would not listen to often, and now I had it on command. Like I had access to it at any time. But looking back, I survived. That's what I can say. So I want to hear so bad what you guys have to say, that you're like, damn, I fought so hard for this shit and now it's so easy and accessible and common. Please tell me, because I've been remembering crazy stuff from ages ago that now I'm trying to make sense of, but it's more cherishing the memory more than anything. And also being grateful for the progress we have made.